Today on Dice of Wrath, we're doing a rules refresh and setup for Obsession. This does not replace the overall rules, but it can help you remembering how to get it started if it's been a while since you've played this before. Keep in mind the components I have here may have some upgraded ones with stickers and or higher quality coins, as well as some of the expansions mixed in. However, the rules explanation will go over just the base rules. First thing you're going to want to do is grab a family board. That's one of these right here. Once you choose your family, you're going to set up your reputation. This is here, and when you play the standard game, you're going to use the discs that go up to 6 with max after that. Your reputation marker then goes here. Then make sure each family has one of each meeple type as seen here. Make sure to place the estate tiles in their specific locations. Everyone starts out with the same basic 5. Make sure that the tiles start with the symbol of the house up first. Make sure everyone gets their 4 family members as noted with their family seal there, as well as 2 starter guests randomly chosen with this symbol up here. Make sure every family gets 5 bonus objective cards as shown here. Okay, let's set up the builder's market. Up here, you will have 1 of every meeple type for every player in the game, except for the footman, and this we will have 2 for. This is a 2-player game in this example. Place your remaining objective cards here, your money here, your guests here, the 1 fleur-de-lis and the 2 fleur-de-lis here, the casual and the prestige guests. Then you will fill out your markets right here. Choose 5 random tiles. Have to be service up to level 3. And then as you place them, make sure you put them in order of this number right here. If there are more than 1, stack if it's the same tile. Your round board should look like this upon setup. You'll have your theme cards up here with your first one chosen, your Fairchild twins, your stack of VP cards, round tracker, and that's how the setup goes. And with that, your boards are all set up. Okay, so let's examine the cards. Here's how the basic layout of the card is. Up in the upper left, this is the level of the card that you're playing. So either a family member, or level 1, or if that's a special symbol. Here are the number of points this card is worth at the end of the game. Over here, you may have a small symbol that is the letter for the expansion it's from if you have an expansion like I myself do. Over here, designates that this is a starter card. Down at the bottom, you have the name of the person, a little bit of flavor text in regards to the guest. Over here are the requirements for the guest to go to an event. In this case, this person needs nothing else besides themselves. And these are the favors over here that you get for going to an event. In this case, £100. But you may have other items such as here and here. Also notice up here that it does show if this is a prestige or a casual guest. In this case, this is a casual. In this case, he is a prestige guest. Usually prestige guests give you better money, get better points, better favors, but have more requirements to use them. So basic tile has the name, if it's on its front side or flipped over side, has the requirements to use this, as well as the rewards for using the tile. It also has the level of the people that need to be able to go there, and the points at the end of the game for this. As you can see, when this is flipped, the requirements may be the same or different, the rewards may be different, and the points may be different. So be aware of that. So let's look at a basic turn. As you can see here, the order for the turn is right here on every family board. The first thing you do is rotate service. And what that is you move your workers down a room so that after a turn, they can become available again to use. The second step is you will then look at the round track, take a look at any monuments and or servant halls that you may have for any ongoing effects that may come into play. Step 3 is where you have to decide, do you want to host an activity or do you want to pass? We will go over the passing structure after this. In this case, we're going to choose to host an activity. To host activity, the first thing you do is you choose what activity you want the guests to go to. And you do that by choosing one of the tiles from your state. We'll say this one. And placing it on your family board there. To run the activity, you do have to have the required guests and workers to do that. And they have to be in the available section. So in this case, at the moment, I technically couldn't do that because I do not have a footman. But let's say he was here. I would take him and place him here. And in this case, I need 2 gentry for this particular activity. Gentry are any of the cards in your hand. When you choose an activity to do, you must make sure that your reputation track, your marker, your level, is higher or equal to that of the activity you need to do or choosing to do. I'm going to choose these 2 guests to go to that activity. It needed any 2 gentry. So in this case, I could use family members, anybody of my reputation level or lower. So in this case, a level 3 and lower. And I needed just 2 together. I do have to supply the workers needed for this gentleman as well. And they do have to be in the available portion. We'll say this one was, and that I did have it available to use it. If I did not, I could not do so. After you've got your gentry selected, then you will get the rewards for choosing those gentry. So in this case, I'm going to get 1 casual visitor. I'm going to get 1 prestige visitor. And here I get to choose, I get to draw 2 casuals and choose to keep 1, or I can discard 1 from my hand or my discard pile. Guests that I do not want to have anymore. That's what these ones do. I also would get money from the event itself. After I've gotten all the favors, I go ahead and I can buy from the market. Here's the builder's market with a price listed above every tile. It shows how much it costs. Some tiles, though, will have a change in the price to take into account. So this normally would be $800 or 800 pounds. This is actually going to be 600 pounds due to the change. And you can only buy 1 tile from the market on this phase. After you've chosen build or not, you will then clear the board. So you will return the worker to the expended. You will move your activity to your estate. Flip it over if it needs to be, if it hasn't been flipped before. Make sure any workers with your guests are put in the expended service as well. And then the gentry that you use get discarded. Now, should you decide to pass instead of holding an activity, this is the chart that you will use for that process. The first thing you do, you will take back all of your discarded cards. They will go back to your hand. Then you will refresh your service. So your servants all go into the available location instead. So all of your workers are there. Then you can choose to either collect $200 or refresh the builder's market. And then you can go ahead and buy from the builder's market at that point. This pass chart does change depending on if you are using any expansions, so please keep that in mind. Once every player has gone, the round tracker moves up 1 spot. Let's look at the round track a little closer. You're going to have some special events on it that affect the game as you play. And Here's the specific ones. The village fair happens twice, and if your estate's set up properly, you will get some extra money. There are the courtships, obviously. When those happen, you go through the courtship process, but you also discard 2 objective cards at that time. Round 5, when you go to your builder's market, your service tiles, instead of being placed out here, will always go down to this. And there's a difference in price. Round 6, you're going to get a new objective. You've got your courtship here. Round 9, the village fair again. Also at round 9, any builder tiles that come out that are level 1 are going to get placed up here. Then around 11, something to be aware of, the builder's holiday. This lets you build 2 rooms for your estate on that day. Courtship again. Round 14 is a national holiday. What that means is any prestige level event can be gone to by any prestige level gentry, even if your prestige does not matter. Your reputation, I should say. So if I had a level 5 tile and I had only level 4 gentries, they could go there even if I only had a level 3 reputation. During the courtship phase, what you will do is look at the theme of the current season and look at your estate and total the amount of points for every one of those tiles that match that description. For instance, all of the tiles in the service category, add those points up. Whoever has the most of those points will win the use of one of the Fairchild cards of your choice for the next season. They will also get a VP card which has points or can be traded in for a special ability. Then you will choose another theme card for the next season. This will be the next category of estate tiles that the Fairchilds are interested in. At that point, at the end of the courtship, the first player marker gets rotated counterclockwise. Let's look at the final courtship round. In this round, you've already had your 4 themes selected, and this will be to determine who gets the Fairchild twin at the end of the game as part of their deck. What you do is you will still total up all of the tiles that you have, the points on all the tiles for these particular themed areas. Once you've totaled those all up, whoever has the most will get possession of the Fairchild of their choice, and they still will get a VP card. Now, at the end of the game, scoring happens, and you will get points for every tile, and the points are here in the lower corner. You will get points for every gentry. Could be positive, could be negative. You will get points for your objectives that you may have done. Let's say this one, you've got this tile, you get 4 points. Your overall reputation at the end of the game, this number here, will determine your amount of points based upon a chart that's in the book. You also get 2 points per servant that you have. You'll also get 1 point for every 200 pounds. You then get points for your courtship cards or VP cards. So this would be your victory points cards, or if you've already have the Fairchild card and you didn't include it in the gentry cards, that's where you would add it there. Total all those up, and whoever has the most points wins. Hopefully this rules refresh has helped you out. If you like it, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe down below, and we'll see you the next time.